Hey there, it's Sadie. We're going to keep going. Last time out we won Mantis A and we completed the cycle for the second time. That was pretty cool. We're going to keep up the Mantis theme because we rolled Mantis B for ship 29. So if we can win this one, I will match my my personal best. And then we can go for a new record if we do manage to get past this one. But we do have to win Mantis B, and that can be a bit tricky sometimes. This ship can get very, very strong, but it can die in very strange ways. So it requires some very careful play in the early going. Distress. I don't think we have great distress options. I have like a boarding drone for spiders. Let's put my second Mantis on sensors so I know what I'm boarding into. I think I go here first and then I have options. Mostly we want to get an NG. That makes this ship much more secure. Okay, well we definitely have to take this fight. Put up a defensive drone to try to shoot down both the hack and the missiles. We're going to eventually need to send over a boarding drone. But there's quite a lot going on right now, so I might just run them out of missiles first. Why did I not? I should put you in there. The danger here is them missiling my shields or my drone control. I guess I'll just vent those so that if they do that and get a fire, it'll go out, since my Mantis are not going to be able to deal with any kind of fire. In any sort of timely fashion, at least. Yeah, that sort of thing can happen. Actually, we can't really deal with the breach right now, so we'll have to just leave that. They should be quite close to out of missiles. Okay, I'm going to send them to deal with that, because if they missile it again, then suddenly that heavy laser becomes extremely dangerous. I'm going to actually put someone in piloting just in case to finish charging the FTL up. So that if that does happen, we can run away. However, that is the last missile, so that will not be happening. Good. Okay, now comes coin flip. Please don't go in. I hate this ship so much. This is a fucking storage cache. Yeah, we don't get the storage cache because our boarding drone decided to land in piloting, and they now won't be able to fix piloting because of the breach that the boarding drone caused. So we get no scrap from this, and we took a bunch of damage. And that was just a, 20% chance that it would land there. We could have chosen any other room, and we'd have been fine. But yeah, we don't have any way to actually do this. So we just fix the shields and get out. And we've wasted 2 drone parts, and 3 hull, and a potential double scrap reward. Great. Did I mention that I hate this stupid shit? If I jump back here, is it still a storage cache? I honestly have no idea. Ask that on the Discord, because I honestly have no idea what the answer to that question is. I don't know whether anyone will respond in time for me to want to actually do it. I mean, if nothing else, we could come back here to just kill. The ship would definitely still be here, and we can kill it. Like, they won't have missiles again. They won't have drones again. They'll still be out. So it would literally just be so we can re-roll where the boarding drone lands. I'll think about that. We're gonna go here, and hopefully by the time we finish this jump, somebody can let me know. Great. Well, this is a terrible, terrible scenario. We get a Zoltan shielded ship. We can't do anything to it, and they have a flak. If they hit our engines or our piloting, we literally could just die. And they immediately hit engines. And then shields. I think we're actually going to die here. And if we had been able to kill that stupid auto scout, we would be in a much better position here because we would have upgraded our engines, so we would be able to get out of this fight. But because the fucking boarding drone landed in the wrong spot, and if they hit our O2, we're fucking screwed. Now I can't jump back to that beacon anyway, by the way, because unless we can get our shields fixed. Our sensors are on fire and we can't do anything about it because the doors are broken and we desperately need to get out of this fight. I think I'm just going to do that and then get the second person on. That was a big dodge. At the moment, we could jump back to that auto scout fight because our shields are up. Thank God. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, now we can stabilize. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, so now the boarding drone will actually kill the stupid fucking thing. Put out that raging fire now. And our Mantis will go and slowly fix everything while the boarding drone slowly kills this ship. But yeah, we've taken 10 damage and made no scrap. In fact, no, what am I talking about? We've taken 15 damage and made no scrap. We came very close there, like that shot that was aimed at our piloting that we dodged in that last fight. If it had hit, I think we would have died. Because of how long it takes to actually fix anything on this stupid ship. Anyway, our boarding drone will now slowly grind this out, and hopefully it is still a storage cache event. Yeah, this is like why supposedly people will say this ship has good defenses because, oh, you start with a defense drone and 4 shield bubbles. Well, yeah, but the defense drone constantly fails to shoot stuff down, and you can't interact with significant numbers of the ships in the game, and you can't run away, and you can't fix anything. So, you know, the reason it has level 4 shields is that if it had level 1 shields, it would be fucking suicidal. You'd be constantly getting murdered. And now we can't really do anything. We're just sitting here and waiting until they fix their engines 4 times. Which will take them something like 3 minutes. I think it's 37 seconds each time. 37.5, I believe, is the time it takes them to fix. Maybe I'm getting that confused with something else. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. It's about that, yeah. My counting may not be exactly correct, but yeah, it's over half a minute. Which is slower than even Mantis repair, so I guess this has even worse repair than I do. Please be a double reward. I just need to get my engines up in case we fight another fucking Zoltan Shield shit. These first couple jumps, by the way, is why I think that Slug B is a little bit better than Mantis B. Like, yeah, that's a rough boarding ship, true. But it could have killed this ship with the Artemis missile, and against that Zoltan Shield ship, it could, even though it would get through the Zoltan Shield very slowly, it would actually be able to get through over time and stop the damage. And it also wouldn't have been just repeatedly taking hits that it couldn't fix, because you can actually fix things on that damn ship. Mantis B's strengths are all like, well, you have a 4-person teleporter, but you don't actually have 4 crew, so it doesn't benefit you at all at the start. It does eventually benefit you, but that doesn't help you if you die in Sector 1, which we came pretty close to doing. Apparently, yes, it is. So yeah, like if that boarding drone had landed in the right place, we would have gone into the Zoltan Shield fight like this, and we'd have got away, we'd have taken like 5 less damage, because they hit our engines first, which stopped us charging the FTL. That wouldn't have done that if we had had this. That's why you buffer engines on this right away. But I'd made 0 scrap, so I couldn't do that. And that happened solely because the boarding drone landed in the piloting the first time at 20%. We have pretty good distress options actually now. We have a beam, we have the boarding drone. We can certainly lead the ship to its destination as well. That's also a thing we can do. We're going to do that quest. That could be a store. It could also be, it could also just give repairs. Okay, we'll defend the outpost. Fortunately, this auto scout, there's no risk of us being screwed by the boarding drone because it's all the rooms are connected. However, if it lands in the wrong spot, we could still be in some trouble. Please land in weapons. Okay, you've landed next to weapons. That's tolerable. Like, this ship can hurt us, but it's a guaranteed double reward. You have to take the fight. Gonna flash shields. That does slow my boarding drone, but their cloak is irrelevant. My boarding drone doesn't care about them being cloaked. Please go to weapons next. Good. We can shield flash here as well because they've just fired the mini beam. And yeah, now we're going to be safe. Boarding drone will punch weapons down completely. They can't get through my shields. We get a double reward. If we'd been able to upgrade our weapons, we could use the pike beam here to get a kill, but I don't find that a particularly urgent upgrade. We'll want to do it eventually to get through Zoltan Shields, but it's more urgent to try to find a non-Mantis crew member so that we aren't at risk of dying to hits on oxygen. We also need to repair our hull because we took all that damn damage. They might actually fix their weapons enough to start being dangerous again, depending on how high their levels are on these other systems. Please only be level 1 engines. No. My suspicion is that by the time the boarding drone has finished breaking cloaking, which it will go to next, that the piloting will be fixed and that will stop it from going to weapons, which... If I could tell the boarding drone what to do, I would literally just have it park in weapons and break them every single time. In fact, they fixed piloting before we even got on to cloaking, so... They probably will get their weapons back, and thus will be at some risk of taking damage, even though we shouldn't be. Actually, we might just break the engines next. That's fine too, as long as we do the last damage and get the double reward. We also haven't fought a single ship that we could board so far. Double reward, now we'll take the quest. Get back to the teleport, not the teleporter, the sensors. Okay, free repair in a store. With a breach bomb too. I don't think we can afford it though. Well, actually we can, but I'd rather have hacking. We definitely sell the Mantis pheromones. Now there's a question here of whether or not we should get hacking or get a clone bay. I mean, hacking is a better system, obviously. Clone bay will let us kill auto scouts, though. If we sell the boarding drone, we have no way of killing auto scouts at all until we upgrade our weapons, and even then we won't be able to kill most auto scouts. But hacking is so strong. Also, there are crew here. Should I buy... Maybe I should do that instead. If I sell this, I would have 97 scrap. Actually, I can buy... I think the right choice here is to buy Clone Bay and a human. Yeah, that's the way to do it. We have just enough scrap to do that. And now we can kill auto scouts, and we also are not at a tremendous risk of dying if we take 1 damage on oxygen and it sets a fire, because we have somebody who's actually good at fixing that. So, did mean having to pass on hacking. But that's okay, we will probably end up getting that at some point. Let's board this ship with everybody. Run another Mantis over there because mine is losing. We might take a bit of damage here if they actually line their shots up properly. Flip these two around now that the other NG's dead. Everybody get vented. It's a shame that the things at that store weren't spread out over more stores because, you know, I want every single one of the, you know, the crew member and the hacking and the clone bay and the breach bomb too, but that's the way it goes. Actually, I don't see a reason to save my crew in the teleporter. Put one of them in sensors. It would have been useful there to know that I was jumping into a Mantis. They have hacked our engines. 2 humans and a Mantis. Well, they will lose to 2 Mantis and a human. And as long as our defense drone does its job, we should not take any damage in this fight. Good. Everyone get vented. Yeah, now suddenly we're smashing it. That's the duality of this ship. In the fight, it's good, it's really good. But, it's not good in every fight. We may have 4 jumps before the exit, but I'm not certain. I'll go here first, because we can go here, here, there, and then we can decide whether or not we have an extra jump. Actually, we might not be able to get all 3 of those jumps. Like, we might be able to get to the exit before them, but this beacon might actually get taken over before we can go to it. Give me free things. Yes, it does. So, we'll just take this one then and go to the exit. No, we're not accepting your bribe. I'm not going to bother dodge training here. Our crew are just are dying and refreshing anyway, so I don't see a reason to sit here against a single-shot laser when that's the case. We could train weapons, I guess, but, you know, same thing. We need more crew before that becomes worth doing. Sadly, no double reward. I don't think we actually had an extra jump anyway. It looks like we've taken exactly the right number. We have 0 missiles to give you. We didn't make any this sector somehow. I would be disinclined to do it anyway, because I hope to get a small bomb or a breach bomb. So we actually made a decent amount of scrap in that sector once we got past the disastrous first couple jumps. We're obviously going NG instead of Zoltan controlled. We'd need to upgrade our weapons to deal with Zoltan shields, and if we did that, we would be putting ourselves far away from affording hacking. And I will just be back in a bit. Okay, we're back. So we just need 7 scrap to be able to afford hacking without selling something. We can already do it by selling either the beam or the drone, but I don't want to do either of those things. So let's try to make a bit more scrap before we go to this store. fight is awkward. There's a way to do it. We need to board into shields. Because they have door control, it makes this much more awkward. We can't really kite, but we can go into shields. We will be able to kill one crew, because they can only fit 2 into the med bay, and then we can eventually break the shields. Actually, no, we can't do that, because I was thinking we could use the pike beam, but our weapons aren't high enough level to do that. Do we have to board and, like, smash doors? Not the system, I mean the actual doors themselves. But the problem is this ship can hurt us. And if we board with everyone, they might theoretically hit our teleporter and then we could just die. So I don't think it's worth doing that. If we board, we want to board with 2 people. I think we need to just get out of this fight, unfortunately. If they didn't have door control, we could probably use distraction tactics and break their med bay. But with the doors, I feel like this is too much of a risk. He's going to charge the FTL and leave. I suppose we might also just reconsider once we have the FTL charged, because then I'll know I can escape. Like, if we could break the drone control, the fight would be safe. We could break med bay to win the fight. This is one place where I wish I still had the boarding drone. So let's think about whether or not we can actually win this fight. If I board and break their weapons, kiting will become... Not break their weapons, break their doors, kiting becomes possible. Like, the AI never actually repairs its actual door, so if we say break into here, smash that down, and then clone our people. I think it's too much of a risk, though, because eventually this thing will get through. And if it hits our clone bay while people are cloning, we just lose the run. So I'm gonna just jump. I'm just gonna get out of this fight. It's unfortunate. If we had level 2 weapons, we could do that. Okay. This ship, on the other hand, is completely 100% safe, and it's a storage cache, so we'll get the scrap that we need. Board them in weapons. There are a lot of finicky fights on this ship that you just can't deal with. With the human and 1 Mantis to make this faster. Most likely low system here is probably piloting. Good, yeah, that's only level 1. We can ping back and forth between these 2 systems whenever they get fixed. I don't even need 2 boarders for this, I can just do it with 1. I think. Yep. Good work. And once this is fixed, we break the weapons again. Yeah, if that last fight had a fire beam drone instead of a combat drone, it would be completely safe and I would be able to do it. Combat drone means no. Okay, just one more boarding cycle to go then. Get in there. And as soon as the weapons are fixed, we will go over and win the fight. Looks like we'll be able to do it with 2 people. Yeah. Flawless victory. Got a double reward. Let's just go right to the store. We don't need to wait for people to clone, since we know this isn't the fight. Yay, hacking! Okay, next we get our weapons up so we can actually deal with Zoltan shields. And we're pretty much set for this run. We just like to get more crew, get some kind of bomb now. Ideally a breach bomb. Start working on getting the hacking up and all that stuff. There's another store there. We aren't wasting time going there. Okay, that gives me something I can immediately use. So I don't actually need to upgrade my weapons to beat Zoltan shields. Good. The ion bomb is slow, but with weapon hacks that doesn't matter so much. Albeit we can't do that against the ship with a Zoltan shield. But the ion bomb will actually one-shot a Zoltan shield if it hits. We are going to accept the NG's offer of surrender and get money for nothing. So, our ion bomb will allow us to actually do something to this ship. We'll probably take some damage in the process. I should actually put somebody in weapons to charge that faster. Cool, we dodged. Of course we missed. Are you fucking joking? I'm glad we got a bunch of bombs then. Some good dodging in this fight, considering we have no training whatsoever. Finally! Hack those weapons and desync them. We win this very easily because they have 2 NGs over there. It's just because their weapons were already fired a bunch of times. I felt it was worth a while. If we could have just boarded this ship immediately, I wouldn't even bother to hack. You and you get that. Since we got the ion bomb, we don't need to upgrade our weapons to interact with Zoltan shields, and therefore I think it'll be hacking I want to get up next. But let's wait to see whether there's not another store before we do that. There is another store. We could get a small bomb there. We could actually get a breach bomb now by selling the pike beam or the ion bomb, although I would sell the pike beam instead. I'll hold scrap for that store then. That's definitely the last store of this sector as well, since we've already seen 2 prior to this. We can only really get 1 more jump, unfortunately. We will reject their so-called offer. So, we just need to hit the ion bomb to this fight. As long as they don't dodge 3 times in a row, we're good. If they do, I will get very salty. Good. We can do this one without using resources by kiting. Break their clover. We might not strictly need to vent here because we have 2 jumps to go to. Also nice. So things we could look for here are things like backup battery. I'd buy long range scanners at this point. Small bomb, breach bomb, anything like that. I might buy some missiles. I don't know whether that's worth it though. In a lot of fights we won't need to use ion bombs, it's just we've fought successive Zoltan shield ships. What do you have in store for me? Oh yeah, Zoltan shield bypass, that's another thing we could buy. And we definitely are. Whether we have 2 jumps before this exit or 1, but we go straight to the exit from here, so we don't need to really worry about that. Well, I think we need to go to the exit. Yes, we need to go to the exit. Search among the stores, good, we get a fight. Defense drone. Now, unfortunately, we might get missiled here. I'm waiting until they run out of hacking before I try and board. That's a Lido missile. Hack that. Have absolute security. I know this makes it a 2-drone fight, but it's worth it. There was slight danger there in case that specific shot had hit my clone bay. But that danger is now past. If I'd really been that worried about that, I would have used the ion bomb, because the defense drone would tend to shoot down shots aimed at that side of the ship. And now we can guarantee never taking damage, because we can, even if the thing they bring back is the missile as their first thing they bring up, we can always break that right away. Here, let's take this off and find out what they do bring back first. These are both 1-power weapons, so either one could be the one they repower first. It is the missile. That's annoying. means we'll have to be more conservative in doing this. Like, the Mantis will break that before it gets to fire, but it means we can't really go and break other systems to speed this along, because if we do, there's a possibility that comes back up while people are still cloning. And that's no good. Try to time this so that they get that fixed once my crew are cloned. We take the hack off so they can do it faster and speed this up. I don't think we break this system since it's level 2, but we might as well at least get a point of combat skill. And yeah, we're just gonna have to do this 6 more times. If we could ever break the hacking as well, that would speed things up a bit. Actually, I think there is a way we can do that. Maybe I'll do that next time. If we leave the hack on, we can probably time this so that next time we board into hacking while it's still only at level 1, and then still have enough time to go over and break the missile as well. Take the hack off about now. Guys don't suck again when they break this. Not quite. I'm not going to take that risk again. There's too much possibility that I'll mess it up. And then we can, you know, it makes the fight faster, but there's no point in taking risks that could result in me losing crew when I don't have to. Come on, fix this. Thank you. Our combat skill is actually, you know, it's not at 0 despite how many times we've had to clone these guys. Make sure our clone gets back before they get that point of repair. Yeah, the Lido missile takes 9 seconds to fire, and our 2 boarders break the system level in 6.25 seconds. So as long as we have 2 ready to board immediately, they always break it in time. Do not work with just a single board. If necessary, we can use the hack to slow the missile down enough to accomplish it, but it doesn't look like that's going to be needed. Also, we actually could have just left the hack on there and broken hacking to win the fight. Let's scrap like in this sector. Middling, but we had very good stores, and we had an ion bomb drop that is quite useful. So a quality over quantity sort of sector. I think we have double red as our next sector choices, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Pirate or pirate? Well, we'll take the pirate that has double greens instead of the one that just has one. This is very sad. We got like double reds here, then we have double greens here, and then we have triple purple. Seeing these beacons down here seems unfeasible unless we want to give up the nebula. I can go here first at least and see that. I think this beacon I won't be spotting, or if I do, I'll spot it by going here, and then I wouldn't be able to jump to it. Yuck! This ship is nasty. I want to use everything here. I wish I had level 2 hacking for this. Can I please blow those drones up? Like, once we break these systems completely, we'll be fine. It's just there's risk until we do that. And now we have to clone people. I'm going to chuck an ion bomb in that system so that we can clone safely. Because, yeah, if that beam drone had hit Clone Bay instead of a random bit of empty hull, that would have been extremely sad. Hack now, see if we can blow these up. Damn it. I might need to just run away from this fight. I think I do. Unless we can blow these drones up, the fight is just too fucking dangerous. There's too much chance that we lose our crew. We're in very strong position to win the run as long as we don't lose crew this early. Yeah, let's get out of here. Double offensive drones in an asteroid field is like absolute worst case scenario this early. Vent our clone bay, that way it doesn't matter if we win this fight in the teleporter or not. We can actually just start venting into that room as well to make it faster. It didn't help that neither of our hacks managed to blow any drones up in that fight, I think. As if we could have done that, we could just run them out of drones. It was probably a bad risk to board them in the first place, because like they heavy lasered my engines. If they had heavy lasered my clone bay instead, we'd probably lose the run. Or at least we're in a desperate position with a boarding ship with one crew member. It's definitely a very important skill in FTL, and particularly on this ship, is knowing which fights to take and which ones not to take. It's probably an area I still need to improve on. We will attack this pirate. This fight would be much safer if I had level 2 hacking, but we do not. Let's board everyone onto their ship. Let's open all the doors except for this room. So their one boarder should run out of air and run to that room where they can't do anything. Because they won't be taking hit point damage, they also won't try to teleport back to my ship. They're just going to sit there patiently. Good, the missile's down. Now we're completely safe. They now can't teleport back. Let's use this ship for punch training then. We can just break their systems and get combat training. Well, let's go break shields. Engine punching. I wonder what's going through this guy's mind. One moment. Okay, we're back. Get the combat training on my Mantis. We'll break their oxygen as well, just for completeness. And then we warp back onto our ship and kill this fool. Let's re-oxygenate things. He's now going to run into another room. Or at least he will once the oxygen comes back, which will be our cue to... Yep. There's oxygen back on the ship, therefore he's run into sensors. So yeah, that's one way you can deal with borders on this ship. Just vent everything except that room. The border will always, basically, their priority will be... If you vented everything, that wouldn't work, because they would keep smashing whatever system they were in. But because they know... They sort of go to a room where they can either fight someone or break a system, unless there's no oxygen, in which case they seek somewhere else. If they notice that there's only one room with oxygen and that room doesn't have a system in it, they will just go there and they're completely harmless. Nice, we can get a lot of fights here. Let's upgrade our hacking. Don't know whether we go to that store, we'll see. The fights seem to be on the bottom side of the map, and I just want scrap right now. We'll attack this ship. Hack their weapons. We're gonna do the same thing to their border here, actually, I think. Yep. Get even more punch training. The hack on weapons here, even though I haven't activated it, is what's allowed me to make this fight safe, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to have broken that weapon in time. It will also allow us to kill their crew in the locked room, although they escaped this time. They'll die next time. No escaping. Okay, let's go and punch down everything. Get loads and loads of combat skills. I'm gonna turn my oxygen on this ship. I don't want it to run out in that room as well, because that could end the fight. Or cause him to warp back, and that would end the fight. Level 2 med there. Up you. You can obviously do this strategy on any boarding ship. It's just particularly easy to do on this ship because there's a really easy, convenient room to do it in. And you're more likely than most to be boarding with all your crew. Oh no, the ship is powering up its FTL. How will we stop them from fleeing? We're doomed. I could almost not vent you, but I want everyone at 100% at 100 hit points. He would only have 96. That's not good enough. We've not been getting very much crew in this. The only extra crew member we have is one we bought. The only thing that hasn't really been going that well in this, other than the first 2 jumps, which were obviously a disaster. We will fight this ship. This ship layout is always great to see when you're a boarding ship because there's always only 2 crew on it. I'm not even going to hack. We might get hit by 1 heavy laser too, but that's fine. Actually, I think we can shield flash to stop that happening. Back up in time? No. Oh well. We took 2 damage. Probably worth preserving it around 4. Also, we got a nice drop there, which incentivizes me to go to the store, but... I don't know whether I would sell that or keep it. Probably sell it. The ion bomb seems to be better for just boarding support stuff. Doesn't need a weapon upgrade. Goes past defense drones, does more damage as well. I probably want the store as well just to get some repairs. So we'll try to plot a route that gets me as many fights as possible and still allows me to hit the store. So let's see. We have about 6 jumps before the store. Can we go straight from the store to the exit? No, we can't. We have 8 jumps before the exit, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Store there, out. Make absolutely certain we have enough time for that. Yeah, as long as we don't have any fleet pursuit doublings. We'll lose a couple of fights, but we're gonna get 4 at least. Possibly there are some of these unvisited beacons as well. Why did I not wait for my Mantis to finish climbing? Thankfully not punished, but like That could have been a fight with something that immediately hacked my club. That was very stupid. Speaking of things that immediately hack me, should I shoot this down with a... I think I need to shoot this down, because if it hacks my club, I can't kill the shit. I'm gonna wait until all the drones are shot down, because I don't want to risk them hitting my Colombe through the hack. Okay, that's all of them. We are basically safe from damage here. Yep, now we're completely safe. They might have taken the beam weapon down instead of the burst laser too, but I could have chucked an ion bomb in there if necessary. This run has had a lot of auto scouts to fight. Let's do this, and that way they'll fix that faster, and then we don't have to go to another room. Actually, I don't think we're gonna manage it. Yeah, it's too slow. No. Oh well. And now it's the usual auto scout boarding dance. We just break stuff over and over and over again. We're in no danger whatsoever. I'll just leave the hack on so that maybe we can break some other things. Although I don't have a high enough weapon system to use my pike beam to make it faster. If I had level 2 weapons, I could obviously power that and break their shields. Good, that's only level 1 hacking. That means I can break 2 systems per boarding and cause this to be a little bit quicker. Manipulate their repair timing a little bit. Good. Now, will that be fixed in time? Yes. This should be basically 6 seconds ahead of that. So if I don't put the hack back on, they should always fix this first, give us time to break it, and then we still have time to go into there. Actually, it'll probably be less than 6 seconds ahead. Oh no, it won't. Yeah, it will be exactly 6 seconds ahead. I was thinking it would be less because of the hack we'd had on it. But we only had the hack on it before this system was broken. Now it's probably going to be further ahead. I forgot to put the hack back on. Doesn't matter. We don't need to do both systems at next time anyway, because they only have 1 hole left. So we will just break their weapons for the final time. I wonder how much combat skill these two still have. first level. That's good enough. In fact, Ares has almost gold star. Here, let's run you out of the room so that this person gets that last point of combat skill, and then we can keep you both above the level 1 threshold. With a clone bay, it's kind of difficult to keep them at max skill, but, you know, level 1 is good enough when you're going in at full health with Mantis. Weapons are dangerous. Just hack them and stop him from ever getting to use them. I was wondering whether we needed to do that before we won the fight, but there you can see clearly we did, or else we'd have taken a volley. We'd like backup DNA bank at this store if we can get it, just to make our crew completely safe, especially since we haven't been finding many crew. I'm not quite, I think, at the stage where I want to buy more crew, although maybe I would consider it. Having a 4th border would be helpful. You start fighting more enemies in sectors, more crew ships in sectors like 4 and 5. Which we will be off to in the not too distant future. This ship, on the other hand, is completely safe, so we just board and murder them. We can't kite at the moment because they have 3 crew, but they can't fit all of them in their med base, so we'll kill one of them this pass. I'm vaguely toying with the idea of just breaking their systems to get more combat training, and then we'll eventually kite and break their... Yeah, let's do that. They'll keep coming in and fighting us. Our 3 borders will beat there too. We can break their weapons, all that kind of stuff. We could even just break their oxygen and win the fight that way, since we have a clone bay and they don't. That'd be kind of funny. Yeah, their oxygen is down. As long as we stop them fixing it, they will eventually suffocate. They would run into their med bay, but we can fight them then in the med bay. They're actually trying to fix their shields right now. I'm fine with them doing that. We can just keep breaking their systems and running them out of O2. We will finally have our people die on this pass, it looks like. You know, they're not getting that ship fixed before our crew are ready to go again. They have just realized how little O2 they have over there, and that they should maybe go and think about fixing it. That means it's getting very low over there. Send over the whole crew again. Break their stuff. They're once again trying to fix their oxygen. That's not acceptable. Wow, he actually prioritized trying to fix that over going to the med bay. Cool, so we'll just win the fight this way. I don't even need to bring them back to vent them. They can just vent over there. We got another cell bait weapon. Seemingly we're getting weapon drops instead of crew drops in this. They're both 1 in 9 against the fight with default rewards, so... Normally you would prefer weapon drops, so the boarding ship I might want to get a few more crew drops. But if nothing else, we can sell these weapons and buy crew. We're never using that fireball. This one's just a standard weapon hack, board weapons. As long as we take that burst laser 2 down, we're completely safe. And we may or may not manage. That was our first lot of boarders. We did, good. That means we don't need to use any ion bombs. At this point we'll board with all 3 of our crew because this is an auto scout where we can actually take advantage of having all our crew over there. It doesn't have the segmented rooms. And now we just clone many, many, many times. One moment. Okay, we're back. Gonna board 2 so we can actually keep damaging the weapons. I can send the human over when the teleporter comes off cooldown. He will probably be able to break piloting here. Depends on whether it's level 1 or level 2 or level 3 rather. It's level 2, good. No, I have no idea what level these engines are. Probably too high level for me to break in any kind of timely fashion. Yes, indeed. Break the weapons, then. Punch, punch with all your might. Not gonna break this time. Nope. Let's board with all three on this last one and see whether or not... Actually, even if we do that, we're not gonna get the kill, so let's not do that. We'll board with all three next time. There's not much reason to do that. We'll just board with the two Mantis next time then. Or alternately, I could board with the human and one Mantis if they have something fixed in time. Piloting? Cool. This sector has been quite good thanks to that early map reveal. It's just allowed me to plot things out perfectly and hit fight after fight after fight, knowing where the store is. We've got about 200 scrap to play with in that store once we sell the whole missile and the firebomb. Hail the refugee ship. I kind of need my drones, so no. I'm actually probably buying drones at this store since we're below 10 and we have drone control and buy the backup battery since it's here. We have drone control and hacking, so we can get through drones pretty fast. Yeah, that's pretty good. In fact, let's just fix all the damage. Keep our sensors on. Oh, it's 5 free humans. As long as our med bay stays up, we're fine though. In fact, let's do this. Yeah, they broke one system, it's fine. Not gonna break that, are they? No. They do, in fact, run to their cubby hole. If they had broken that, we would have lost the run, and that would have been extremely embarrassing. I think this Mantis kills both of them. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, oh. It did, cool. Yeah, 5 borders from a pre-battle event is quite a lot. It's in fact the maximum amount you can get, and they came directly into probably the worst place they could board into, so I think taking only 1 damage is not bad. Let our oxygen refill in case we get hacked on that system in the next fight. That's good enough. Ignore the refueling platform. Good, we get a completely safe fight. They have a med bay, but they can only fit 2 crew in there, so... This is probably another fight where we just run them around and eventually break the O2. Yep, O2's broken. We'll just protect that. We could use distraction tactics on the med bay, but this gets us more combat training. And is also funnier. They're down low enough on oxygen now that they've decided to prioritize trying to fix that over even conserving their own life, it looks like. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know, maybe that Zoltan was just so low on health that we killed him before he could escape. Keep breaking things. Now they've decided to protect the O2. Let's not let them do that. Now our crew are suffocating. They might actually be able to fix that O2 because they have an NG. It doesn't matter, we're completely safe. Even more than just one crew member. They're actually just staying alive in the med bay. Come on, Ares, you can do it. Yeah! And that's a pretty good find. We now have double beams. So we can use that to kill the flagship. That was a very solid sector. Yeah. 164 scrap and 89 worth of drops. Is that 3 different weapon drops? The hull missile, the halberd beam, and the firebomb. Go civilian. And we have an immediate store to go to. We might as well look for crew and stuff there. Do we even want to get more scrap before we go there? I don't see a reason to. Yeah. We'll buy the drones. Fuel purchase there is probably not necessary, but boarding runs can be a bit sort of feast or famine when it comes to drones, so. Hacking is more reliable here for missile defense. The defense drone could have a bug if it fires from the wrong spot. The hacking cannot, and these two are dead before they get to shoot it. I don't think I even need to... The human won't quite be at full health by not venting here, but it's fine. There were also no crew at that store. I think at this point I would start buying crew just so that I have more bodies. Okay, they want some mercenary work. Yes, we will agree to rescue the store. So that is a fight and a store and one beacon. That's always a very good quest to find. These 2 beacons are a bit shit. We will be skipping those. Take these nebula jumps, then head back out of the nebula. We can risk manually search because we have a clone bay. I'll probably keep the anti-drone, honestly. That's quite useful. If we fight another really nasty drone ship like that one we fought earlier in the asteroid field, that would really help out. shoot down these hacking drones. The weapons here aren't that dangerous, but we may not be able to stop them running away. It's the main place where this kind of strategy of killing auto scouts with Disporting and Clone Bay, where it fails, is auto scouts that are running away from the start of the fight. It's very, very difficult to both keep down their weapons and keep their piloting down. Let's make sure we've shot down all their drones first. Okay, that's really bad. We need to hack their weapons. Let's just board piloting, break it, and get out ahead of them. If necessary, we can drop an ion bomb in piloting as well, if it's level 3, so... No, I need to drop it in there instead. There was too much danger in me taking damage. I think we're gonna lose a jump here. Oh well. It's frustrating because we used 2 drones in that fight, but what are you gonna do? I guess we should consider upgrading our weapons so that we can use shield hacks in those situations, except, like, if they had level 3 piloting, we would need both beams to stop them. That's not really a viable upgrade to get right now. So I think I'll hold off for a little while longer. Attack the auto ship to get storage cache. This is a situation where I'm going to use 2 drones to get the anti-drone up. Good. Blew up the combat drone. Currently they can't get through our shields, so we're safe. Missed with the ion bomb into their drone control, but thankfully the anti-drone helped us out anyway. We basically need to take down their ability to run this, and then we're completely safe because they won't have any way to get through our shields. They're also likely to eventually just run out of drones. We have put a lot of auto scouts in this run, it feels like. They might actually be out of drones now. In which case we've won the fight and won't take any damage. Because yeah, they're not putting any more up. I wasn't keeping track of how many we'd blown up. They usually have about 4 drones. Yeah, we're safe. So let's board with all 3 of our crew to speed this up. Take the hack off so they can maybe fix this in time for us to break it again. Doesn't look like it. One of our guys got a point of combat skill as they died. we'll just keep boarding with all 3 crew onto that side of the ship. And eventually, we will punch everything down. Go, Mantis, go! Aw. You tried. We should eventually do this. It takes them about as long to repair 1 system level as it does for us to clone all 3 of our crew. This clone is 12 seconds at level 1, and the repair is, as we found earlier, about 35 seconds on a non-hacked system. Get it this time? Not quite. It's a level 5 drone control system, and we're sort of getting 1 level ahead each time we board. We'll manipulate this so that they fix their weapons in time when we board them again. Now they're going to do it even with the hack on. We actually don't need this on at all now. They could frankly completely fix their weapons and we'd still be totally safe because they only have 1 heavy ion. We could grind dodges here, but since our crew are getting repeatedly cloned, it doesn't seem worth it. Can they do it? Not quite. Maybe next time. So they've nearly fixed 2 system levels there. Actually, maybe we could let them get that and then we could break the weapons a second time on the same boarding operation. Nah. Okay, leave the hack on then. Got a few more jumps before that quest storm. We'll mostly be looking, I think, for crew there. Or the usual breach bomb, DNA bank, that sort of stuff. Can we maybe get them to fix that in time? No. Still haven't broken that system. Looking like we actually won't succeed in doing that. Trying to remember if this was a storage cache or if that's just wishful thinking. I guess we'll find out when we kill the ship, I don't remember. Still not down. Still looking for that elusive 2-hull boarding run. We did it! Hooray! Good work, guys. And now we'll win on the next boarding run. One moment. Okay, we're back. Let you finish fixing that so that we can actually get the kill this time. Smash stuff. Yes, it was. And we get a very expensive drop that we can sell for loads of scrap. How many weapon drops have we had in this run now? It feels like quite a lot. You know, we had the pike drop on that, you know, the first jump that we had to come back to, and we've had, I think it's at 6 now? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 6 weapons we've had drop so far, but no crew. Albeit that's not all just because of, you know, the 1 in 9 default rewards drops, because these storage caches, those aren't random. They are, you know, we couldn't ever get a crew from those. Yeah, that was a very, very good reward. And we have a store coming up at that quest, so we're going to be able to sell that for 47 scrap. We may legitimately, if there's 3 crew, buy all of them at that shop. Depends on what else they have. I think at this point, let's upgrade our weapons once. It's not like we're going to be short on scrap when we get there, even after doing that. Nothing. There's a store there, but we already know there's a store at that quest, and that quest is a store and the fight. I don't care about the engine's level, give me my weapons. Follow the typical venting procedure. Go and actually go do that, and that will draw their crew. Switch that off. Okay, we're now completely safe. Let's just break that properly. We get combat training. Why did I do that? You don't even need to be vented. Cool. Feels like I've been having to use that trick quite a lot, but it's fine. It's quite entertaining to pull that off. It's mostly a result of, otherwise, if we had more crew, I would just use the crew that I was leaving on my ship to fight them off. But since we've had very few crew drops, in fact, we've had 0 crew drops, our 1 extra crew member was purchased. It's proved useful to just be able to stash them up in the cubbyhole. Get 1 extra jump, then fight store, and then exit. The ship would be completely safe, but they're sending over an ion intruder drone. Let's hack their drones. I'd like to blow that up. I don't know why I did that. I could have just put the defensive drone up to shoot it down. Kite them with our human. Yeah, like they've landed near my clone bay, which is what I'm concerned about, since they have a med bay. I'd like to just break that system enough that they can't actually activate the boarding drone. The ion intruder drone, rather. And it looks like we're doing that. Also, we can keep hacking them, hopefully blow the drones up. I don't know how we haven't managed to blow the ion intruder up once. But it doesn't matter, the fleet is safe now. Well, that's a level 2 med base, so it'll take us a little bit to take it down. Here, you go in there just to stop them getting repairs. Now get out. Ugh. Is that a level 3 med bay? Looks like they're down to 1 crew member. This should distract you long enough to actually take the med bay out. Yep, there we go. I don't know why I decided to vent Ares again, that wasn't necessary. Still, we have loads of scrap for the store, plus we still have that Burst Laser 3 to sell. We could keep it for the endgame, except we can't use Burst Laser 3, Pike Beam, Halberd Beam. That is a 9-power weapon system. We're not the AI, we can't cheat like that. So, store plus fight, we will rescue the space dock. They're gonna board us again, cool. Let's do the usual. And we're now completely safe. They don't even have a med bay over there, so we'll just easily destroy these guys. Okay, let's remax our combat skill. We don't actually need to break everything this time because we are pretty much already at max. Yep, we're already there. Open that up and start actually venting these two, and then they'll warp back. Take this other halberd beam, so at the end of the game we can go halberd, halberd, pike to kill the flagship in phases 2 and 3. Let's buy these. Should I just buy all of this crew? I don't know about buying all of it. I think I'll buy 2. Buy an NG and a human. I might as well buy the human who has some skill. No, I maybe should have also waited for my O2 to refill before doing that. Whatever. You're then getting vented immediately because I want my boarding crew to all be at full health. The NG will be my new pilot. You might as well get used to being vented. You're on my ship now. I'll see if there's a store in next sector. There's a high probability that we're going into a slug sector next because Sector 5 is definitely a purple sector. That's probably, because we now have 5 crew, that's probably the last time we need to do the whole stashing them in the room above sensors. In the future, we could just run the NG to doors and do actual normal venting. Save you on sensors and everyone else in the teleporter, except for the NG. Sure. Let's buy a bunch of fuel. Yep, slug controlled. Slug sectors are a little awkward because of the various pre-battle hacks that they can do. And they also tend to have more crew. But we should be fine. Thinking of upgrading my hacking now. Yeah, let's upgrade my hacking now. So that I can get very, very long weapon hacks. This ship layout is very vulnerable to hack on weapons because you're effectively cutting off both weapons and shields if you do that. Unfortunately, we're having to use 2 drones here. But... what the hell? I told you to go in there. These 2 slugs are dead. And these ones are going to try to get into shields because they value protecting that over protecting weapons, which means my weapons guys will be able to hit them repeatedly while they're trying to run through. Weapons guys, the guys in their weapons room, rather, I should say. Swap crew around. Yeah, we got this. I'd like to get my shields up next. But we want to save for stores as well, if for no other reason than to buy consumable resources. We're going heavy on the drones. A drone recovery arm would be nice. There's an argument that the halberd beam purchase earlier was frivolous and that we could have just applied that money into shields. Since I won't be using that other halberd beam. I mean, I'm not even using the halberd beam I already had, and I won't be using that until the end of the run. But I feel pretty confident here. Let's get closer. Yeah, what's wrong? Pay the agreed upon price. Okay, well that's a lot of text, but we get a cheap reactor upgrade. We might as well do that. Nothing here. If I recall correctly, this ship can pre-battle hack your weapons, but I don't care about that, I'm a boarding ship. So let's ask to see the goods. Yeah, there's ground rules, let's continue, we understand, it's not a problem. They haven't even done that, they've just put some pre-battle borders on us, well that's fine. That's an early level 8 weapon system. Actually, yeah, they have hacked our weapons here as well. You two get in shields. We might take a bit of damage from the glaive beam. But it's fine, as long as we make sure to keep our crew alive. If there's any risk that that system takes damage. Okay, I thought that he was going to survive that. Well, we might lose a human. Okay, we got a dodge. We just won the fight. No, they have one person left. Good, he cloned just in time. And we win. Get vented, except you already had been. go to the store now. We don't need to wait until everyone clones. Good, long-range scanners. The beam drone would be useful for phase 3, but that seems like a lot of scrap for that. I mean, we'll have triple beams anyway, so we're not in too much danger in that. Triple beams plus... Although actually, I maybe should have considered whether or not I would just use the ion bomb in there with my bypass. Nah, I'm still going to just use the beams. There's no point in you being in sensors in this sector, actually. Okay, so let's use our scanners to find as many fights as we can for the rest of this run so we can actually upgrade our systems. I don't really care about your fire weapons. We'll go on board and murder you. Should I hack those weapons to stop them firebombing me? Yeah. We can use this as combat training for our new human. Port back everyone else. Just leave Kirby breaking things. None of these guys need venting, just Kirby. So yeah, they'll finish breaking shields and weapons and piloting, then I'll warp him back and he'll break oxygen as well. And the slug over there will just suffocate. I'll break oxygen rather than killing because the oxygen might be, say, level 3, which will give him more combat training than going in and punching out a slug. As well as the fact that he might just not win against a slug. In fact, he wouldn't win against a slug since he only has 66 health. Yeah, situations like this and, you know, the various other occasions we've had to just get combat training on the ships is one of the reasons why I don't find that the whole worry people have of using clone bays with boarding of, well, we're not going to have very much combat skill. I don't find that's particularly well-founded. If you're, you know, taking your opportunities, you get fighting training up. They usually won't have level 2 because you have to clone people at the end of a fight, but they'll generally always have level 1. And that is good enough. Yep, he's already above level 1. I guess if we'd left them with some shields up, we could have used this fight for weapon training, but we don't actually have a crew member on that system to be worth training, so... Yep, we're getting extra combat training from this because we chose to punch out the O2 instead of actually killing the crew member over there. Let's warp you back now, and now we just need to wait for that guy to suffocate. And I'm going to be off for a bit, and I'll just leave this running. When we get back, the fight will be done. So, I will see you then. Okay, we're back. So, we were about halfway through Sector 5. Oh yeah, I just got scanners. And we pretty much just need upgrades for the rest of this run. and a bit more crew. So let's keep taking fights. You go to doors. Let's vent. Don't know where these guys are. You're in hacking. Okay. That looks like an ion bomb over there. Good. Smash their weapons completely, and then they can't do anything to us. And we will eventually kill their crew member just because we'll be able to fight them in the locked room, because we were doing damage so rapidly that they got out before we could unlock it. And that will happen again this time, it seems. Oh no, we got one of them. Come on in. So, easy win there. Let's get my shields up now. That will be helpful in finding more fights where I don't need to use hacking and where I can make the fights safe and get some pilot training, that kind of thing. And we're ready to go. And there's another store. Might save scrap just to see if I can buy crew there. This ship is not very dangerous. We'll use our O2 blue option there. But yeah, they have no med bay and their weapons... That's a firebomb, so that's the only thing that's dangerous on that ship. Otherwise, they cannot get through my shields at all. Let's just do this. They may not even get the firebomb off. I know it's a firebomb because slugs only use firebombs. They don't use any other type of bomb. But this should burn down. Yep. Let's recharge our O2 now. Since we've spotted the store, I will not spend any more scrap. That fight would be much more dangerous had we not just upgraded our shields, because then the halberd beam would actually be able to hurt us, although I think practically their weapons wouldn't sink in time for them to actually be dangerous owing to their lack of medical unit. Everyone back in your positions. We're almost certainly going to dive in this sector because the exit is in a nebula. Okay, this fight, on the other hand, is extremely dangerous. Let's just get over there and start breaking stuff. We do not want them using those double burst 2s on me. Let's actually go and see if I can break these subsystems with the help of the locked doors. Yeah, good. The mind control is down. And their one burst 2 isn't doing much to me. Let's see if we can... Once we have them down to 2 crew, we can run 2 of you into shields and 2 of you into the clone bay. And they will prioritize trying to defend the clone bay. The shields, rather. Actually, it looks like they have 1 more crew over there, so they're actually still trying to defend that dam. Yeah, this is a problem with slug ships. They just have so many crew. Gonna actually board with everyone. There we go. Kill this fool. And we got it. I guess I didn't need to buy that halberd beam. That's our 3rd free beam of the run. And halberd pike hull is just as... oh, excuse me. Halberd pike and hull is every bit as much of a one-shot as halberd pike. That is also our, I believe, 7th weapon drop of the run. But yeah, fights like that are one of the reasons Ion Bomb is such a good boarding support weapon, is just, you don't need, people think about using it on enemy shields, and that's a good way to use it when you're playing a gunship sometimes. But you can also just drop it into enemy weapons and just shut off, you know, if you've done 4 ion damage to weapons, you shouldn't take damage from anything other than like an Artemis missile or a Leto missile, and we have a defense drone here, so we wouldn't really be in too much danger of that either. You know, you should be able to switch off their ability to hurt you for 20 seconds, which is an extremely long time in an FTL fight. We will have a Mantis oversee the repairs and give us 43 scrap for nothing. They have a small bomb. That is better than an ion bomb, generally speaking, because it does actual damage instead of ion damage. There's no crew. So weapon-wise, I probably want to be using this at the end of the run. Or possibly this. Actually, this still one-shots, doesn't it? That's 6, that's 9, that's 8. So 8 plus 6 plus 9. Yeah, that will one-shot every phase of the flagship. It doesn't. The hull beam doesn't do 9 in phase 3, but it doesn't need to. It'll still do 8, and 8 plus 6 will be a one-shot. So that will save us. This will save us 100 scrap because we now won't need to go to weapons level 8. We can go to weapons level 7 to use these 3. So we'll sell this extra halberd beam that it turned out we didn't need. Do I buy the small bomb, and if so, do I keep the ion bomb? I think the answer to both of those questions is yes. Yeah, we'll go like this. In most fights, we'll want to use the small bomb because it's faster. But I'm also going to buy all these supplies. But we can have the ion bomb in case of situations where, say, they have level 3 med base, which a small bomb on its own doesn't take out, or situations where the small bomb misses, we have a second shot. So I think it's worth... The ion bomb is also better for Zoltan shields, although since we have bypass, actually no, since we have bypass, that doesn't matter. It won't hit the Zoltan shields, it'll go past it. Buy a power bar. That way we can power both of those. Yeah, we're going to take these fights and go down and dive at the exit. Dive is in a nebula, so it's not dangerous. This ship is also not dangerous, unless they hack my teleporter. Which they didn't. They have no medical unit. Yeah, a couple of our crew went down when their Zoltan exploded, but it was fine. Get me another power bar. I'd love to find a slug pilot in this, considering my NG doesn't really have any pilot training anyway. But we don't have very much longer in this sector to do it. 1, 2, we might be able to get that beacon in, I'm not sure, but we're getting at least 2 more fights in, so I am happy with that. Yeah, this is only Sector 5. We have plenty of time to get the upgrades that we need for fighting the flagship. It's mostly just weapons. We'll take a few more upgrades to engines as well. We're going to attack. It doesn't really matter. We can't use hacking in this fight. One small bomb into Clone Bay should be all we need to win this. Okay, they dodged that. They presumably have autopiloting. Well, that's why we kept the ion bomb. Switch that off. Should delete all of them out of the crew. It just takes a while to register them. Just more free beams. That is, I think, the 5th free beam we've had. We've had the pike beam, the hull... no, 4th. We've had the pike beam, the free halberd beam, the free hull beam, and now the free fire beam. All we need is the glaive beam, and that's literally every beam... Oh no, and the anti-bio beam. And that would be every beam that we could have drop in the game in one run. Needless to say, we're never going to use that firebomb. That fire beam. We have much faster ways to get crew kills. We could consider upgrading the Clone Bay just so that we don't have to spend as much time after each fight, but that's not an urgent concern, really. Yeah, we will be able to get that jump down in the bottom right in. We will use our long-range scanners to keep tracking them. We do want to hack this fight because they have a medbay. They actually might not board me now, because I think I boarded them fast enough to stop them doing that. Yep. That's a lot of 4s in that reward. I'd really like to find something like giant alien spiders just so that we could get, because that can often give higher resources and we can easily risk it, just so that we can get our missiles comfortably above 10. Yeah, this dive has been excellent. We're getting loads and loads of fights out of it. Do we hack here? We could put up... Could just defensive drone that. We'll hack, it's more reliable. Defense drone might derp. The hacking won't. Let's actually let them in because we want to have the doors still locked and we want to just be able to win the fight quickly. I think we win this before they ever get to shoot that missile. Yep, doesn't look like they have any more crew, so yeah. Get our engines up once just before the dive. Although there's no ASB, so we don't need to worry about that, but it's still nice to be able to get out of it quickly in case the fight is dangerous. I'll stick one of these guys on doors, since they're highly likely to board me. And actually I want one of them on engines as well, just to give... We probably don't port this. It depends on what they've got, because if it's not, you know, depending on the ship, it may be easier to just kill them and thus end the fight that way rather than charge the FTL and escape. So, what have you got? Got a fast missile that's relatively easily defeated by doing this. Here I think I don't think we want to board this. Let's just charge our FTL, shoot the missiles down with our defense drone. They might get a shot or two through, depending on how much they actually charge their charge twos. And whether they sink them. Yeah, there they sink them, so. Okay, that's not good. Our defense drone failed to shoot that down, and they also shot it. In that case, I think we need to hack. Okay, well played. That's the correct place to jump into, but... Nebula with scanners in the late game is often very high rewards. It's fewer stores, but I don't really care about that right now. We just want to get upgrades. Yeah, we did take some damage for that dive, but it was very worth it. You three are all getting vented. Oh, we've got an immediate store. And there's possibly another one in this sector. In fact, I think there is always going to be, I think from what Mike was saying in the stream the other day, in the sectors where there are 0 stores, there's never a store outside the nebula either. There are only ever ones where it generates with none outside the nebula, and a bug means one doesn't generate inside the nebula either. Whereas here, we've got one outside the nebula. Check the distress beacon out first. There we are. See, that's why I wanted giant alien spiders. We have doubled our missiles. We could buy reconstructive teleport, but that's a waste of scrap. It's a nice-to-have thing, not something that's actually essential to winning the run. Sell the fire beam. Start taking some fights. This will probably be the people calling us repugnant, where we could offer to lead them out of the nebula if we had a rock. We don't actually had much luck finding stores that have crew, by the way. No, it isn't. It's an auto scout. These weapons are pretty dangerous. I want to hack. Bomb that down, now start punching it down. I've got a repair drone. We can distract them in the shield room. Looks like we'll take one bit of flak. But that's all. These guys are going down, but it's fine. They did what I needed them to do. And now we got it with only minor damage. You don't actually need venting. You'll get back to max before the next jump anyway. We are almost able to afford the next level of shields, which is probably the next thing we're going to buy. We will attack the ship, of course. This ship, as long as we hack drones, we are safe here. That also gives us a 4-tile room that we're hacking, so that's pretty useful. Okay, now we're not safe because of that hack. Doesn't look like that's a very long hack, though, thankfully. We just break this, damn it. Stop them. Damn it. Please break that. We take some minor damage because they managed to fix the Clunda. Actually let you through so that you can continue damaging that system. There we go. Fight would have been completely safe had they not hacked my shields, but of course they did. Which was probably the correct play on their part. Okay, we've seen the Nebula store, so let's hold scrap there in case we want to be able to buy crew, because, you know, we have not had a single free crew member in this entire run. All the 3 extra crew we have been purchased. probably will buy a bunch, and then the game will start just suddenly dropping loads for us. I wouldn't buy 3, I'd just buy 2. Ideally a slug, and I don't know what else. Doesn't really matter. Another NG perhaps, or a Zoltan. Actually, I could just buy another Mantis for my boarding and use one of the humans on the ship. That would probably be best. Okay, so this ship is annoying. We're gonna hack their weapons and board into their piloting to smash that. We'll vent this guy out. How high level is that? Only level 1. Currently we're safe. But yeah, it's going to be difficult to stop this enemy from escaping. Let's drop a small bomb in there so we can start. What we'd like to do is break engines and piloting so that we can cycle those. Always have one of those systems down at any given time. But that's not always easy to do. Especially when they do things like that. No, I can't. Okay, that switches that off for the next 20 seconds. Right, so it's time to go and break this again. I don't know what level that is, though, unfortunately. The mind control is making this particularly annoying. Quite high level. Oh, we break this in 6.25 seconds. We are almost, I think, to the point that that system is broken. Them constantly mind controlling is really making this slow. Okay, we need to just bomb that to stop them from abducting our human. I think unfortunately this ship will probably escape, although we have now broken their engines. Boarding with just 2, that way if they actually get that fixed before we break it, at max we only lose 2 crew. Okay, good. Go park in there. Unfortunately, I think they suffocate before that breaks. Gonna bomb it down to make sure it stays down. Yeah, we've ended up using a lot of missiles in this fight, which is commonly what happens. If you can't... What you'd really want here is a breach bomb, because then I could just breach bomb them. but we're almost there. We shouldn't need to use any more bombs. I think these two suffocate before they get to apply any damage, unfortunately. What the fuck? Okay, I don't know what happened there. I was running him to that room. I misclicked, obviously. God, you are annoying. I need to do that to stop them escaping with my crew. Yeah, that was because I misclicked, so we lose a bomb. Frustrating. And of course, it being a forward scout, it doesn't even give a very good reward. We got some more fights we can go to before this store. We've got copious amounts of fuel. That is one thing we are definitely fine on for the rest of this run. This ship is not especially dangerous. Well, it depends on what those bombs are, I guess. We're gonna hack weapons just for security. Okay, they're in hacking. You get out of there. This time we can go hide up in the cubby hole. And yeah, they'll run to the med bay a few times, but ultimately they don't have any weapons, so it's not dangerous. Let the last one in, and then lock the doors and murder them. Oh, they have another one. No, you killed my human. Be buying more consumables at the next store, sadly. But it's fine, we have plenty of scrap. There won't be a next time. Hack those weapons. You have no med bay at all. Medical unit, rather. We'll probably take 1 or 2 points of damage on our ship because they boarded directly into doors. Though possibly. Event like this, will that? Yep, we actually did stop them. I think RNG's gonna actually get vented here, but... Oh no, he isn't. Cool. And we'll win the fight here. We're taking another fight before we go to that store, since one is conveniently available, so let's vent this crew. You do okay, you are, you aren't. Down you go. We will attack the automated ship to get to the station. Don't know that we even need to hack this, probably. It depends on what that bomb is, I guess. We should probably play it safe. Don't want that bomb going off on my club bay and making me sad. Good. Oops, I didn't intend to vent you. Oh well. Let's go board and apply some real damage. Actually, why am I not using my hull beam? I'm a bloody fool. This ship has no shields. I think this is the first time we've seen a shieldless auto scout in this run, other than maybe very early, which is why I just wasn't thinking about that as an option. We can actually just kill with the hull beam, we don't need to board anymore. We frankly didn't need to board in the first place. If I had just thought about that. Nice. That's our about 8th free weapon this run. We're just chucking that because we already have better weapons than that to use once we upgrade to actually want to use conventional weapons. Go to the store with 400 scrap. The store sucks, unfortunately. Buy all of this, get repairs, boost our shields. We're gonna dive again, the X isn't a nebula, so we might as well see what jumps we can go to that make us the most scrap. Doesn't look like there's actually very much. Maybe there's stuff up there. Maybe some of these nebula jumps have like pirates at them or whatever. Speaking of pirates. see if we can do this without spending a drone. I don't think we can, unfortunately. Oh, come on. Yay! We save a drone part. You need venting, and so do you. Oh, we did not see another actual beacon that had anything indicated at it, so that's unfortunate. That means they're probably empty, but one or two of them might have an event at it that we can make scrap. There's the one with the blue option for long-range scanners and teleporter, both of which we have. We'd quite like that. That gives crew. We're not going to lead them out of the nebula since we don't have a rock, and also we haven't seen that particular event anyway. That's always had an ion storm with a ship detected. Yeah, let's just go here and there. I don't think we can get to that jump before it gets taken over, sadly. Make this faster and just vent them. We're venting the Mantis afterwards anyway. So that was a blah jump. Let's see whether or not the next one will be. Even if it is, we did get one extra fight out of that, and it's not like we're low on fuel. It's the only consumable resource we have in any kind of quantity. Yep, it is this. The teleporter gives a better option here. Scanner is either a crew member or scrap. The teleporter is both. Cool. We have a third Mantis. Do either of you have useful skills? Probably not. Kirby used to have repair skill way back when, but he's been vented about 100 times since then, so he no longer does. He can be engines guy anyway. Gonna hack these weapons. You go in there. That's kind of annoying. I'd like you to not be in there, please. But I think we're just going to win this fight, so it doesn't really matter that much. Open more vents to vent you out of. Shields and weapons. I'm gonna just actually let this come through. I'd rather take a missile than use a drone at this point. It's only a Lido. We will break it before they ever get to use it again. One damage from a dive is perfectly acceptable. My crew were too diligent in their punching, and therefore they managed to escape. I think they're going to again. Oh, no, you didn't manage to escape. So 1 damage dive, we got an extra fight and an extra lot of scrap and a crew member for doing that. That's very much worth it. So all we have to do for the rest of this run is get a bit more crew, get our weapons up, get our teleporter up. You know, we have another 2 sectors to do that in. And we have long-range scanners. So we should be quite able to do that. Let's go civilian. We could handle Uncharted since Uncharted Abandoned since we have a clone bay, but you know, I might make that choice if it was between, say, Abandoned and, I don't know, NG, because Abandoned is much higher scrap than NG, but Civilian and Abandoned are basically equal anyway, and this is much less of a pain in the ass. So. Let these people in. Now I need to hack because I don't want them firing that missile at me. Some of them have unfortunately escaped to the medbay. We'll bomb that. Oh, great, that's a... So that's a level 3 medbay. So because of that, we're gonna definitely take some hits from the missile here. Oh, our ion bomb didn't even work, of course, because they have one of them is a Zoltan. I should have thought about that. Now we got it. But yeah, I should have realized. Wow, okay. The parade of free weapons continues. Are we up to 10 in this? We might honestly have got 10 by now. I'll go count in a second once my crew have been vented. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that is 10 free weapons we've had in this run. That is ridiculous. Despite that, we still only have level 2 weapons because they haven't really needed to upgrade them. These bombs are fine. We'd like Astordas to sell some things, but especially the Vulcan, but I'm not like hugely emphasizing them. If I see fights, I will take those. I also want to find a place where I can train, since we haven't done that the entire run. Deliberately wanted them to board me so that there'd be fewer crew over there. That way I can pretty much guarantee they're not charging their FTL. go and murder them. You don't need venting, you don't... Well, you do, actually. Ares doesn't. He'll be 1 hit point down. Okay, good. We did find a store. Actually, in that case, we probably didn't need to vent some of these guys, because that gives us an extra jump. Whatever. In fact, let's just jump there now. Sell the Vulcan, sell the hull too. We can buy drone recovery arm, and then we can use our drones more reliably. Okay, there's a pilot trained NG. Let's buy them. That saves us from actually needing to bother to do that training. Yeah, let's buy drone recovery arm. I could even buy the replicator, but I'd need to sell probably the scanners, and I feel like the scanners will get me more scrap than it would cost me to just buy missiles. Especially since at the end of the run I will not even be bothering to use missiles. I'm going to buy all of these just to make sure I have enough and get a bit of repairs. And yeah, we can spend the entire rest of this sector just getting scrap. Let's start actually upgrading things now. Let's upgrade the clone bay a little bit. Let's get my weapons up so that I can run all of these together if needed. I normally will not be doing that, however. And next up we'll upgrade the teleporter. Nice. Outpost. Don't mind if you shoot a heavy laser and a burst 2 at me, that's only 4 shots and we have a 4th shield bubble. Really? Well, let's punch this stuff down then. Mild risk we could take damage here, but it's not very much. Yeah, we got 1 dodge, that was enough. Come on in, we will murder you. It'll be fun. Double reward. I don't really need the level 3 teleporter for any fight other than the flagship, but frankly I don't need any of my upgrades for any fight other than the flagship at this point. You know, I could upgrade the weapons, but it's the same deal. I can use all 3 of the weapons on my bar with just level 4. Try to download the data stores? Cool, we get a full sector map. Okay, let's take this bottom route so we can see another store. Should we actually? And on the one hand, actually, a store doesn't matter that much, but it seems like there's more fights down here anyway, so we'll go that route. We will fight this ship. We've already scouted the sector. We don't need to do it again. Put a defense drone up, it's free as long as it doesn't get hit. They have no medical unit, so we don't need to worry about that. They do have a rock who's over there. Oh no, an NG actually. I never even got to fire that missile, but the recovery arm makes that a non-concern. Let's upgrade the clone bay now. And yeah, we'll just get buffer upgrades, engines, and weapons for the rest of the run. Weapons first, that's actually relevant. The other things are just nice to have. We might like buffer drones or something like that. And we'll max the reactor out as well. This fight is obviously more dangerous than most because it's in a pulsar. Yeah, come on in. We just smash these then. Set off an ion bomb so they can't use them. Sadly, we won't be able to clone our crew after this fight. Is free weapon number 11. Use our teleporter to try to rouse the slaves. Sadly, we could get a free crew member from that, but we didn't. I could put a defense drone up cheaply, but it may actually get hit by one of these weapons. They're not currently using the missile, so I might as well not bother. I think we're not going to ever end up getting our evade training on this ship, just because we're doing a pretty good job of just locking them down and not allowing them to even fire at us more than once in a great while. Like, how many dodges does Kirby have? 7. We can maybe find an auto scout to do it against, but we don't have very long left to do that. It'll probably just be less of a hassle to upgrade that system. We have a store next, so let's go there. Well, there's a flak. That'd be nice if we didn't already have an all beam set up that one-shots. Should I bother buying another crew member? Not sure that it's worth it. We'll buy these 2 drones. And this guy has engine skill, so I guess we'll do that. Success. Well, we might as well counter the remote hacking because the ship has a Zoltan shield. We're not bothering to get a hacking drone over to them. Don't know how many crew they have. I think this is the ship that only ever has 2 crew on it. Yeah. Switch that off. Win. You're actually okay. You heal 25 from the Clumber. You two are actually both okay. So only one person needing to vent this time. Weapons up. So we got one more fight and then we go to the exit. I think we have enough room here to not have to dive, but it doesn't really matter if we do have to dive, to be honest. These weapons are not very dangerous. The combat drone is the only thing concerning. Let's just board them and kill them. Save drones. You need to bomb their med bay. Oh no, that did get taken over. Here we'll actually have to face an ASB. And we don't have cloaking to deal with anything, but you know, if we take 3 damage, who cares? We have 23 hull, we get 10 free heals at the start of the next sector. Let's upgrade my weapons. That's as high as I need to get it to use the triple beams against the flagship. But as per normal, we will not be doing that in phase 1. I will only do that for the later phases. So we can spend Sector 8 just getting buffer upgrades and maxing out our reactor, that kind of stuff. One moment. Alright, we're back. So we got this dive to handle. Shouldn't be that bad. We'll take an ASB before we escape, but we don't need to hack those weapons, and this is one of these rare Rebel Elite ships that doesn't have a teleporter this late in the game. We'll board them. We can win the fight by just killing all their crew and taking out the Columba, and then our ASB will charge faster. Okay, that's annoying. That's gonna strand our crew over there when we win the fight. Get out of here. So we got hit by one ASB, but it's fine. Go to a repair station. That means we don't have to vent our crews. They get an extra jump. So let's see, our final setup will be this. What are we looking like power-wise for running that setup? A little bit light, we probably want at least 3 more. Might as well have the halberd beam as my 1 beam on the bar. Damage buffer my piloting just in case it takes a hit. I wouldn't mind getting my my engines to 6 in case we're forced to dive, but I don't know that we're going to be able to afford to do that. Okay, that misses. So does that. Unless that's an ion bomb, they have no chance of actually switching my Clompe off. there is a possibility. It looks like it's not. Yeah, it's not. We missed. We dodged it anyway. But it fired too quickly after the burst 2 to be an ion bomb anyway. The bomb's the only thing here that's actually dangerous. We could get weapon training here. I can't be bothered. We definitely could, though. It's just, you know, I can fire the halberd beam over and over again. I will power it because I'm eventually going to... I suppose while I'm punching things down, I might as well do that. But I'm not going to, like, deliberately get max training the way I could do here. I could similarly get shield training, but I'm not going to. I'm going to punch this out completely. And now we should be safe to board into shields and start punching those down. It'll take a couple of cycles, but once we do the halberd beam, we'll flat them. It won't even matter when they get 1 point of repair on weapons because these are 3 2-power weapons, so they won't be able to use any of them. I wouldn't mind having at least level 1 weapons, but I don't think we're even going to do that. Here, Marcus, are you? Yeah, we're not getting that. Not unless I deliberately grind, and I don't want to. This time we should get the shields down low enough that the halberd beam will hit. Break that. Kill with the next halberd beam. Let's board to make sure of that. Take more fights. We're not going to be able to keep this missile down, so let's just put a defense drone up right now. Actually, maybe we didn't need to do that. No, we didn't need to do that, but it doesn't matter. We get the drum power back. quite a good reward. We now have 50 fuel. I think any further scrap that we get, that just goes into engines. Maybe we'll upgrade the battery and max the reactor, but I don't know that we need to. You don't particularly need to hack here, I don't know, but you know, it's right near the end of the game and we are almost at. I'll actually auto-fire the halberd beam for more weapon training while these fights are going on. Good, we switched that off for 20 seconds. Let delete everyone in their cloning queue. Yep. That's the 12th free weapon of the run, albeit the repair burst barely counts as a weapon. Meanwhile, every crew member that we have except for this one, I think we bought or started with. We had the one Mantis that dropped from the teleporter blew up in the nebula. Go here, and then we have plenty of spaces we can jump to around the base. There's nothing here. Okay, well, we'll just jump here and then go to the base. Necessarily look like there's anything there to benefit us though. Yeah, this is another empty beacon. Oh well. So, it's time to fight the flagship. We're gonna use bombs in this phase. I could actually train weapons in this phase, which would be quite funny. But, like, I'll be firing the halberd beam throughout. Move you two out because we're going to do the usual side room hacking. But I could literally do the usual boarding that I do, except instead of breaking, I could leave their beam up and break their other two weapons instead, to break ions, lasers, and missiles. I'm not going to do that because it's harder to break the missiles, but like we're going to auto-fire the halberd beam, and since it will take us a while to take all their crew down, we may actually get a level of weapon training while we're doing that. What are you hacking? That's probably the worst thing they could have hacked. I think I might reset that hack because our crew will die during this process, and that just makes things awkward. Admittedly, we could ion bomb the hacking to turn it off when we're cloning people, but I think we'll just jump back to that empty beacon and come back here and see if we can get them to hack something a little bit less annoying. And if they hack something bad like shields or clone bay again, we'll just have to deal with that. Yeah, we have enough time. So we'll jump back. We can't do this twice because otherwise we lose the game. Also put you there in case they do hack that again, because then you can actually get into the teleporter. Teleporter hack, on the other hand, will be fine. We can micro around that. Okay, that's fine. Backup battery hack is purely in the, like, irritating category. Not relevant. Nice dodging. Ah, we weren't fast enough to get that off actually because of the fact that we don't have any weapon training. We we might actually end up taking some missiles here, then. It looks like we are. Yeah, they just got those off. How annoying. Well, they can't hack that anymore, so that's actually helped us, kind of. You could go fix that, I guess. What? And yeah, now we just keep the missiles down. And win very easily. They'll kill these two, it's fine, we'll just reboard. Stop them fixing stuff. I don't know how many crew they still have over there because we don't have sensors and we're not bothering to run somebody through that locked door to get there. You know, eventually they will all die. Looks like they just have one crew member left, so we're gonna let them go in there, lock the door behind them. You go in shields and start breaking those. Yeah, they're dead. They will start repairing other stuff now, but... They have like 15% of aid. They pulled that stupid nonsense off. Well, let's hobble beam them. And they dodged that bomb too. Finally hit number one. Anyway, the next hobble beam shot kills. We're almost out of bombs, but that's fine. We don't need to use bombs for the rest of the run. We could use them with Zorgio bypass for phase 3, but I'd rather just use the beams. We took a little bit of damage there, but you know, when you don't have cloaking, certain of the time that just happens. For this phase, we will shoot down the porting drone, we'll power both the defensive drone and the anti-drone, so that should shoot those down and deal with their ordinary drones. We'll board 4 people, we'll put them in, 2 in missiles and 2 will run to drones. And we're gonna hack shields and just blast them. It's fine to just use a level 1 teleporter for this phase. Since they have nobody who can fight back. You go down there. Yep, we'll shoot that down. guys should break the missiles before they ever get to use them in this phase. And we will break their hull. One shot. We'll have to get through the Zoltan shield in the next phase, but once we've done that, the same thing is going to happen. We'll kill whoever they mind control. Get engines, I guess. Anti-drone doesn't do anything in this phase. The defense drone will still be nice. Run my pilot out during the jump just in case they get mind controlled. No, they mind controlled a random Mantis. It's fine. Just ignore them. Board with 3 people, put them in missiles and mind control. This, fire the beams to break their stuff. Shield rather. Just vent my mind-controlled Mantis until he eventually snaps out of it. Let's get the O2 back in that room. That's annoying. Defense drone got messed over by the blind spot twice, and that resulted in a double fire in my shields. That means we'll take some more damage here. We don't have 4 shield bubbles for this. We'll get our dodge up as high as we can, but yeah, that's a lot of damage. More relevantly, they've hit our hack. Let's fix that. Because we need all the levels of the hack, although we can probably just punch the shields down. I'd rather just have the full level hack. And we win on this. So this is going to be number 29 in a row. We'll match my PB. And it'll be next run where we see whether or not I can set a new one. So that run, beyond the first 2 jumps, which were awful, that run was pretty good, and we just got a repeated parade of free weapons. Most of which ended up being sold, but it meant we had a lot of scrap. I expect because of that our score total might be lower than we would expect for how upgraded we were. No, maybe not so much. Yeah, we fought a lot of ships, I guess, so we, even though a lot of our scrap came from selling stuff, we still got a lot of score just from defeating enemies. Well, that's Mantis B down. We have every other ship in the game that we could get because we're on another go round. So let's find out who's next. 3, 2, 1, go. Zoltan B, cool. We played this not that long ago because that was fairly late on the first part of this cycle. So we'll have that again next time. I hope you enjoyed the run, and I'll see you again for Zoltan B. Bye for now.